Yes, 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 yes. Welcome back to my poetic playground. This is a restart for tonight because I was on the wrong Wi-Fi. Anyway, this is my space. My Past the Moon and Through the Stars series is really my space to work on my different vocals because, like I say every time, is to me I don't want to do reciting. I want to do performance art, like live performance art. I'll have my videos here in different series of just verbal mosaics as I call them, but the kind of stuff tonight, yeah, this is what they're just doing vocals. So I'm not doing memory and all that good stuff. We're just gonna go ahead and read them as they are. So whether you're watching this today or in the future, thanks for stopping by. I'm Dominic. We're gonna just jump into this tonight. I think I want to start with, instead of the normal one, let's start with soul food. Thought I had that up. Here it goes. Goodness gracious, excuse me, my allergies kicking up. Okay. Ooh, sweetie. Yes. Soul food. You know something? When my life was in squalor, painting from multiple afflictions, you were the remedy, like God's direct prescription. Both hands are needed to conquer this recipe with generous servings of understanding to mold this delicate intelligently. Although we're eager to master the meal's intricacy, we're patient enough to approach this task delicately. And in these unsteady beginning due to our raw emotions, best meals are made extraordinary through unbridled love and devotion. The effort sacrifice transformed my pain and her innocence into an incomparable love experience. Teach me to weather your heart and all the ingredients you'll need. So long as you believe in me, I assure you will make this better than anyone perceived. I thought invoking love that doesn't follow a standard procedure. Uniqueness is our goal, which means we're each other's teachers. May your days be forever extraordinary and your focus on happiness continue to bring evil hearts to glory. May everyone feed off your energy and as you brighten their days, showing them the power of positivity, inspired by your presence and genuine mentality. They can now focus on the positive, baby, instead of a harsh reality. A domino effect emerged from your robust vitality, an example of what love can be when not handled callously. You're a star, sweetie. And without stars, there's a void and the heavens would be lightless. And without light, the planets would be cold and remain lifeless. Without life, we couldn't even imagine love, a world mindless. Unknowingly, your star makes the world better, and that's timeless. You brought warmth to my soul when all I knew was love's bitterness. And stopped the pain, only love's bitterness, and stopped the pain with love that was relentless. Personification of all I've ever given in life. I stand strong, even stronger today because of your belief, his might, soul food. Oh Lord. Typically, I don't know. I'm always in an emotional space, so that's kind of why I write stuff. Mm. Today was just kind of one of those days. I don't know. Today and yesterday was just kind of felt a little funky, and this is kind of the stuff I do. I write when I'm in, well, I write in general, but even more so when I'm in a space and I need to get it out, and that's actually what you guys are hearing. So I always tell people they're very anecdotal. They're really my life. Everything I'm writing about is are things that happened to me, how I felt, and so on and so forth. hmm Right there, right there. You know what? We're gonna go. Oh yes, we're gonna go into Ep.4. I have to practice that word because I keep messing it up. So let's get into it. I need to remember to get a swig of water before I get into them. All right. Oh, I'm also working on pacing. That's a huge, just one of the biggest things, pacing, and I also need to work on like when I want to pause and stuff like that. Just timing with it. I like just again all into the performance art because that's what I want. Anyway, feel for 3 a.m. professing, smitten, 3 a.m. professing, smitten, and I'm begging. Red eye to NY just for a little piece of heaven. Frosted tip lips, baptized, what a blessing. Every time I get to taste your inner thigh, I'm obsessing. Line my throat with your hands and detail your commands. Your eyes connect with mine. I'm introduced to your plan. And grasping on your waist because I'm lost in your wealth. You pin my hands back, so keep my hands to myself. When you sway with intention, breaking down the suspension, confessing your conditions and tremors from your affliction. There's no and in there. When you sway with intention, breaking down the suspension, confessing your conditions, tremors from your affliction, crippled from your addiction, and coming into remission. And I put you into submission. We're in a battle of attrition. Yes. Read my body language. Engage how much I'm poignant. Hands across your body, and by the way my legs are pointed, I was lost in the abyss. The stimulated bliss. A halt in your breathing, I'm catching tears on your lips. I adjust my rate of speed, decipher all your needs. Eyes open as we leap, I venture more into the deep, reaching down for your throne and peeling back your collarbone. Friction turns your vocal tones, then we start to ebb and flow. Brace for how my pelvis rolls and impact my angles toe. Through the depths I control, I'm gonna pull it from your soul. Onto my soliloquy. Kiss towards your divinity and keep my eyes open as I find my serenity. Few things mean more to me: God, some kids and family, and then head trips from your ecstasy. When I'm in between your knees, increasing my intensity, you guide my head intently to remember flavor vividly and tell you what you did to me. Eliminate the metaphors. Rip the knob off the door. Destroy the handles on my drawer. While spreading love, I implore your supple honey couture. Insatiable, I want more like I never had you before. I never feel you no more. Put strain on your vocal cords. Cover all your contours until you're shaking from your core, evacuating to the floor. Oh, I'm dedicated to these nights out. Predicated on your white out. Eviscerating any new doubt. Collapsing on me. Lights out. Ooh. Ep.4. This video is probably not going to be as long as the rest of them, like where I go for 45 minutes to an hour. Because I do need to get up early in the morning like I typically do for work. So there's that. Oh, man. Goodness, I don't know why I leave messengers open. I don't like to be interrupted when I'm, writing and stuff. So there's that. All right, so what are we going to do next? I'm thinking keeping a trend tonight of maybe not the sexual poems so much. I know that one was, but more either sensual. Well, they're sensual too, but probably more like emotion based. Maybe happy, maybe both happy and sad, like love type stuff. We'll see. Let's see how I feel tonight. I'm thinking Parker Barrow. Wait a minute. Bonsoir Saint Germain. I personally love that one. Nope. That's a sex poem. Let's go to Parker Barrow. There is a poem in my mind that I really want to do, but I just can't remember which one it was off the top of my head, and I'm willing to bet it's one of the Parker Barrows. Not that one. Stratus. Okay, yes. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. 2529. Heist in the Getaway. Yes. There we go. This one's just Parker Barrow. We're gonna do that one. I meant to save this one off. So pardon me on that. Ooh, no, I do not like it there. Let's do it here. Mm-hmm. I do listen to music when I do these. Helps me get my pacing. And I can't sing, but I will. Like I always tell people, I'm probably gonna stop saying that eventually because you'll figure it out. I just don't care. It's all about the feeling and the vibe. So again, thanks for stopping by. We're gonna do this one. Parker Barrow. All right. I actually prefer to say them at the end, but practice as you perform, right? So let's get in the habit of that. Individuals in the midst of their own wars, unbeknownst to you and I, he was about to give us more. I don't like the way I started that. Individuals in the midst of their own wars, unbeknownst to you and I, he was about to give us more. I faced my greatest doubt in my ability to handle the encore, and by complete serendipity, he's sitting through my door. We backed into each other what seemed at random, trying to fight our own battles while quickly becoming a tandem, matching each other's motions and creating a new meaning of what we saw as devotion, the personification of never fleeting. Unintentionally, unintentionally, we created a team where I stuttered on that. Unintentionally, we created a team where my life's missions included your dreams. Every battle we fought together, two soldier army, we still outlasted the weather. I'm gonna do that one again. I'm gonna start that one. Stands over. Unintentionally we created a team where my life's missions included your dreams. Every battle we fought together, two soldier army, we still outlasted the weather. We spent our entire relationship surviving God's testaments, and now we're on the side of glory. But the change makes you hesitant. When all we've ever known is how to clear the next plight, we've never known what to do when life is finally all right. Take one leap of faith with me and see how much we've grown. It's safe to be fearless. I'm still protecting your throne. I'll unbuckle your armor, baby, and while you lay down your sword, as toughest days are over, we can enjoy our rewards. What wouldn't I do for you? I don't like that. Sounded too aggressive. What wouldn't I do for you? I like that one better. Yeah. Let me do the one before that and go into what wouldn't I do for you? I like that. Okay, let's do it. Take one leap of faith with me. Take one leap of faith. I don't like that. I don't like that. Take one leap of faith with me and see how much we've grown. It's safe to be fearless. I'm still protecting your throne. I'll buckle your armor while you lay down your sword. The toughest days are over. We can enjoy our rewards. What wouldn't I do for you? What wouldn't I do for you? Yeah, I like that. Let's do it again. Take one leap of faith in me and see how much we've grown. It's safe to be fearless. I'm still protecting your throne. I'll unbuckle your armor while you lay down your sword. The toughest days are over. We can enjoy our rewards. What wouldn't I do for you? I've gone to the Empire State simply to have you in view. Took the red eye to London when your hope needed to be renewed. Silent dances in the streets of Paris, just us silhouetted by the moon. It may not now seem clear. All I'm asking is for more trust. Relinquish your fear while I'll show you where this can carry us. Ushering you into normalcy. Afraid of the unknown. Remember my undying reliability, and let that set the tone. Anything you needed, just a simple breath in my direction. Everyone who stood in the way was met with an insurrection. This may not be storybook perfect. This may not this this may not be storybook perfect, but it is for us due to how we work it. Deeper than the surface, we grew with the other as the purpose. Unknowingly, a home was created where you'd always be loved, even if the day you left you jaded, where you could rest your. I don't like that. Unknowingly, a home was created. Unknowingly, a home was created where you'd always be loved, even if the day left you jaded. We can. Let's do that again. And I need to get some of that bass to my voice, like I normally have. Sometimes I get caught up in track as trying to be too sexy in late night fireside chats when I need to, make sure that rumble is still there, because that's how it goes. Like these are real conversations that I've had. Let's do it. All right, let's go back to Storybook Perfect. Okay, let's do that. Start from there. And don't be afraid to say that was trash. Whatever, you liked it, like, dislike. If you want to stay around, like, as I do more things, go ahead and subscribe, and you'll get these notifications and whatnot. You are not going to miss anything, or just keep searching for me. Dominic Gatsby. That's where it's at. All right, Storybook Perfect. This may not be Storybook Perfect, but let me slow it down. This may not be Storybook Perfect, but it is for us due to how we work it. Deeper than the surface, we grew with the other as the purpose. Unknowingly, a home was created where you'd always be loved, even if the day left you jaded, where you can rest any thoughts that kept you mentally weighted. Be gluttonous in my love. Not a moment I would have traded. You whisper to me, this is where your heart resides, that there's no other place where you can truly confide. I thank him every day for being our guide and creating us to be strengths in each other's lives. I kind of like that. It still needs more work, but I like when I go through I can start picking out like things I liked, things I didn't, little pieces and stuff like that. And then as you'll see as time goes, I'll start in like putting them together and using them there. Okay, let's see what we got next. Because we're not doing the other Parker Barrow. And tonight, really, this is definitely a more serious focus on the poems I want to do tonight. Um, I know what I want, but I have to. Yeah, yeah, we're doing lip service. I know it's going somewhere with what I just said, but lip services is we're doing that one. There's another one I want to do. I just can't remember at the top of my head what it was. Was love to do one tick and time. We'll see. Don't worry about it right now. Okay, let's get to the poem. Here we go. Oh, verbal mosaics tonight. Yes, that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. Yes, that's where my heart is. Yeah, it's beautiful. Let's get into it. Let's do it. All right. You know what? Don't worry about it. Some of these videos, some of these poems are actually published already. Well, they're all published, but there's videos to them already. You can go see them. They're more finished. So go check them out. Let's get it. Let's get into this. Actually, let me change my vibe right now because I need something that is really gonna touch how I feel. Oh yes. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Little Tyrese tonight. Oh, for this moment at least. I have a tendency to put stuff on repeat. But let's get back to the poems. Maybe that was too scary. All right, let's do it. Lips practice as we perform. Not first, last. Let's do it. Honesty has honestly hindered my emotional agility. The conclusion to the lesson is that start over. Honesty has honestly hindered my emotional agility. The conclusion to the lesson is that this sensitivity doesn't equate to fragility. Over time, I've lost all my serenity and found my only stability through faith in our divinity and the unreliability of shaking my affinity for your identity. I'm not struggling with emotional sobriety. I'm investing into myself entirely, even if it's against the grains of society and creating a rift between common thought and spiritual. I'm not struggling with emotional sobriety. I'm investing into myself entirely, even if it's against the grains of society and creating a rift between common thought and. I keep messing that part up. I'm not struggling with my emotional sobriety. I'm not struggling with my emotional sobriety. I'm investing into myself entirely, even if it's against the grains of society and creating a rift between common thought and my spiritual dichotomy. With one exception, I pursue autonomy. Instead of breaking hearts with physical improprieties, preying on a couple's relationship anxieties, with my intrusive intentions to pursue callously, selling dreams women knew were fallacies, disguising myself as her desired commodities, depending on the areas in which they lack quality. I'm not interested in wasting what you deserve with someone else, ignoring what you'd earned and lying to myself. My love for you is solidified. With no solidarity in my solitude, I'm passion and anguish personified. I failed in believing I'm caught in emotional kinesis. I can't even read your words without having spiritual and emotional releases. And with no one to believe my notion, I expressed my forlorn existence through verbal thesis. I meant it when we said indefinitely. While lying in my arms, you told me how we're connected spiritually. With saturated eyes, you said, I found my true identity by the way you love me. I look back and admitted how I do too eternally. I made it, as far as I'm concerned. Unlike others, between love and lust, the difference they struggle to discern. Unlike others, between love and lust, the difference they struggle to discern. Not seeking the truth in their current relation and constantly in anticipation of the next situation. I've recognized my enchantment in our dynasty. However, I understand that destiny doesn't necessarily promise you to me, and we're only going to go as far as our resiliency. Where I am takes a certain amount of bravery to remain true to self for the sake of my own clarity. I knew the horror that forebode me, accepting return which might not be a possibility. I experience happiness and brevity. Well, I don't like that. I started getting too stereotypical, and I don't like that. That's the other thing I'm trying to break is the stereotypical way to read poems without crapping on anybody. But I just don't like that, and it's so natural to do because you're surrounded by it. So I'm trying to break that, and if anything, more like a play. It's when I say live performance art, but it's still spoken word poetry. Let's do it, baby. Back where I am. Actually, I'm gonna go a little before that. I recognize my enchantment. I recognize my enchantment in our dynasty. I recognize my enchantment in our dynasty. However, I recognize my enchantment in our dynasty. However, I understand that destiny doesn't necessarily promise you to me, and we're only going to go as far as our resiliency. Where I am takes a certain amount of bravery to remain true to self for the sake of my own clarity. I knew the horror that forebode me, accepting a return. I knew the horror that forebode me, accepting a return which might not be a possibility. I experienced happiness and brevity, but I experience happiness and brevity, but I experience happiness and brevity, but what gives me the most verity is to be able to say with the utmost sincerity that I thank God for blessing us with love inherently, that I didn't sell myself a false fantasy, that I didn't risk conceiving with another regrettably. Transcendent is our unity, baby. Hold on, let me go back. Transcendent is our unity, sweetie. Once you earn the rest of me, you own that love indefinitely. If you hold on to your moments of clarity and you'll understand. Let me go back. Transcendent is our unity. Once you earn the rest of me, you own that love indefinitely. If you hold on to your moments of clarity, you'll understand that my prosperity means nothing without your sincerity. I've accepted the I've accepted the life that comes with my commission. Knowing your return isn't based on any precision. I've accepted the life that comes with my commission. Knowing that knowing that your return isn't based on any precision. And that destiny doesn't overpower your own volition, but I do believe in a little religion, and strictly relying on faith causes me mental and emotional division. I drape myself in his love. Dang, I always do that. And strictly relying on faith causes me mental and emotional division. I drape myself in the love he put in us and find peace in its tension. I was lost whenever I relied on my own vision. It's not that I do any of this on intention. You earn my love without condition, and your absence has left me in perdition. My dreams are one my dreams are one recurring nightmare. With hourly endings, I'm clutched in insomnia as if goodness gracious. I don't know why it happens every time I do these. My dreams are one recurring nightmare. And with hourly endings, I don't like that. I'm still sitting back in my throat. You being mine. See, let me get some water. Let me get some water real quick and respond to this. One of my friends is trying to figure out, all about this. Mm, My approach, my approach to it and all that. Mm. Hold on. Yeah. Well, basically, she's asking me how practicing my pacing, and like telling you guys, I really just listen to music that is comparable to the pace I want to go to. So, know you're damn fine. Okay, back. Okay. My dreams. Let's go back. My dreams are one recurring nightmare. My dreams are one recurring nightmare. My dreams are one recurring nightmare. I like that better. My dreams are one recurring nightmare. With hourly endings, I'm clutching insomnia's affair. But a release is not what lies in my daily prayer. I ask for an abundance of blessings for you and a life free from despair. And if this journey requires one to suffer, to give me everything so life's pains you wouldn't have to bear. I'm always advised to settle and compromise, but I'm not waiting for everyone else to realize every destined love doesn't mean it'll end in forever. Even if we pursued other endeavors, we spoke about this link we can never sever. We mutually confess one makes the other greater. And true to form, your needs and desires I never failed to cater. Sometimes true love may have its moments. Even then, we remained each other's proponents. Every time I lift my head, I hope to see you. I confess in different languages just to get through. My breath, my wings, my love, mi alienta, mis alas, mi amor. People look at me and are trying to uncover why I don't try to find relief in people look at me and they're trying people look at me and people look at me and trying to uncover yeah, hold on. People look at me and are trying to uncover why I don't try to find relief inside the frame of another or that I'm electing to suffer instead of taking time to discover that maybe he just loves her. Lip service. I forgot that fast. Which poem it was. Would you be mine? 917. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna go. Well, the next one's at least gonna take till probably 30 whole minutes. Well, take us from 25 minutes to 30. Mm-hmm. Be mine. Whew, Lord. So if you didn't see the introduction video I have here, you can go back and watch it. But one of the things I like to is my goal here isn't necessarily I'm like I don't think there's a stigma to rapping or anything. It's just not my thing. I love it. I love people who rap. I just don't. Um I would actually love to be able to transform I can probably turn a few of these into several different songs and I would love to find someone who can sing and then just really share creative spaces or other people who can write. 'Cause I have other series that I'm working on that I would love to have other writers to do it with, specifically a female, because or even a male, because then we can have like that person can play my represent like my friends, and then the female can represent the subject matter of all these most well the majority of these poems. So, and then it just plays it out. Very honest. I live my truth basically. You know, that's what I do. So, Dominic Gatsby, let's keep it moving. Keep it moving, y'all. Keep it moving. See, so what are we gonna do? Hmm, hmm, hmm. Not that one. Some of these poems are from years ago, and I know what it's about, and I definitely don't want to do them because I'm over that part of my life. You know what's funny is I have Love 351 somewhere, and I just can't remember where I put it. So you know what we can do? It's we're gonna. Last time I did say we're gonna do Knight in Faded Armor. I didn't have time to really look at it, or wasn't really in the best space either to look at it. But we're gonna go through it anyway because I said I'd do it. So bear with me and just go on the ride of the story. Now this one, I definitely want. This is be the one exception of what I how I wanted to stick with the subject matter for tonight because this is a different time in my life where I was learning something completely different. Well, all goes together, but different time in my life. Way back when. I'm saying that I'm only 32 at the time of this recording. So anyway, let's kick it. This one's called Knight in Faded Armor. Now this one's gonna be straight reciting, and we're gonna try to take our time. I have spent my life being plagued with the broken heart. It's hard to look into your eyes and deny you a fresh start. Repeatedly, love has been dealt to me in the form of a petulance, and I hear you promising me love that's abundant and will be incessant. Lastly, words have lastly lately words have lost their weight over actions, and actions lose their credibility with every infraction. They have taken liberties to perform raptures to my soul, which have left walls similar to Jericho. They have taken liberties to perform raptures to my soul, which have left walls similar to Jericho, so I'll always maintain control. The last was an outstanding woman capable of loving by epic proportions, but she was led astray by devils who fed her lies of a true lover's devotion. Misinformed by pain-laden hearts and overcoming her treacherous sorrow, she was left with no other choice than to hold on to fear and follow. As her past has shown her nothing but consistent deception and despair, she felt as if to give her heart away without issuing pain just wasn't fair. I took the pain knowing the awesome power of her love that lies deep within, and asked her to tear down her wall as if this were Berlin. I fought through the fields of the past hate, anguish, excuse me. I fought through the fields of the past hate, anguish, and deception that burdens her, to only find her love peeping through a hole, crying for me to get next to her. Her heavily guarded heart was ready to be released. However, it was too afraid to follow because it had been hurt so badly it was close to being deceased. She had only known agony, lies, and desertion. And when true love came, she became one of those persons. As if she felt, as if she felt the concept of love was it was an entity and had to feel the pain she has always felt. I had stayed because after I had saw her, I had stayed because after I saw her love behind that wall, I knew that it would take my being persistent and consistent for that wall to melt. Goodness, let me go back to the felt because it's not doesn't make sense. As if she felt, as if she felt the concept of love was an entity and had to feel the pain she has always felt. I had stayed because after I had saw her love behind that wall, I knew it would take my being persistent and consistent for that wall to melt. After she disappeared, it wasn't a note I left. I reached in and willingly placed my heart on her steps, knowing that if she ever came back, she could see, look directly inside of it and know what I've wept. Know that I've wept. Now I have turned my walls into a fortress, and the chances of getting through mine are becoming increasingly boisterous. I want to believe that your intentions are completely moral and honest. However, I only hold that last piece of my heart until she comes back. I am nothing but gold that is tarnished. That is knight in fitted armor. Lord. And if you go through my poems, actually, I might have actually done it tonight. I kind of move on after I do them, as instead of I do take the notes. But if you go back, you'll see what happened after that. Like, um, I felt at the end of what happened in the story that I did feel like tarnished gold. I said gold that was tarnished. And then there's a poem I was talking about, you know, actually with soul food, you were God's direct prescription, you know, and all I knew was love's agony and defeat and all that stuff. Like that's how beautiful all comes together. So, you know, and that's something I could smile about that subject matter. So let's keep going. Let me see. Just calling me, see me. I don't want thought. Sweet love. So I have a gentleman's club. It's actually a series two, but I'm not into that tonight. I think I really want to do 25, 29. Yeah. We'll do that. Excuse me. 25, 29. You from making when the phone calls. When I did the title for this poem, I always remember exactly what I was listening to. Well, mostly what I was listening to, what I was watching, and so on and so forth. And when I did this one, I was listening to a lot of Prince. And he has I forgot what the name of the song was, but it was numbers. I want to say like 361. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was Prince. I was listening to a lot of Prince, and I don't even think it was that. It wasn't that particular song, but that one of those is that album. That song was on that album, so that's where I got that from. So I feel like it's better probably while I'm doing these to just say what the name of the poems are before I start. All right. Let me actually get back to my video here. It's not common to be gifted with the second chance, which is why I start every day on bending knees and folded hands. And thanks and to request my creator to continue give let me start over. That was trash. it's it's not it's not common to be gifted with the second chance, which is why I start every day on bending knees and folded hands. And thanks to my creator, and thanks and to request my creator to continue guiding me in a loving behavior. My greatest weakness is your heart. Inspiration from my inspiration for my improvement from the very start. I commit to you complete emotional transparency. Even when misguided, you know they're based in honesty. My greatest strength, my greatest strength giving me a tangible calm. When I'm filled with angst, you remind me of my resolve. The faith from your lips demolishes my demons. Trials seemingly apocalyptic are now just past seasons. I'm miles from perfect, baby, and that's scary to me. Even if it's impossible, I won't stop trying to be. You're uncertain about the route to our destin. You're uncertain about the route to our destination. We walk together, and my actions show you my dedication. Whether it be another, I'd have to retire. Not a woman in this world could. Is that where I'm at? Yes. Were there to be another, I'd have to retire. Not a woman in this world can recreate what we built, what built our fire. When I lost everything for 2 years, you kept me inspired. With that example alone, no one could ever reach higher. I asked for a chance to sit near your throne and provide everything you need so you feel at home. I asked for you to just let me feed you. Hold on. There we go. I'm starting to feel it now after all this time. I asked for you to I asked for you to just let me. I ask for you to just let me feed your soul with compassion. Make your meals in your favorite fashion and bathe you when you're sick or desire love in a sheerly intimate fashion. I want to believe that there's a love fantastic between us. I feel it unbreaking, one that's elastic. I want to spend my life as the instrument of your healing, quelling your strife, reassuring your dreams have no ceiling. It truly is that simple. I love you. Excuse me. It is truly is that simple. Freudian slip. What's the truth? It truly is that simple. I love to see you dreaming. A farewell and a kiss to your temple. Happy to see your visit is relieving. If you let me, I'll always try, and through every step of the journey, I'll show you why. Let me change my vibe. There is one more poem I want to do tonight before I get off of here, because I feel like all these poems help me just really hone into how I feel today. I felt today. It's like when you call your friends and you just talk about your emotions. If you do that, I do. How you feeling? And it really just, I don't know. I need that. I needed this today. I needed it yesterday too. I just didn't have time, but that's what it does for me. It allows me to practice it and all that. But more importantly, it's like I get to feel. I get to go into my bag of poems I've already written and talk about these things, and everything I want to say is already written down. Everything I feel is already there. you know? So, mm, that's the one. Believe in me, you and us. That is the poem I was looking for. I will save all these poems again later. But right now, we're going to do. Ooh, Lord. This one is called Believe in You, Me, and Us. I was listening to Raheem Devon when I wrote this, and there's a song he has called Believe. That's dancing a very fine line for me because I don't like. If I write something and I feel like I can feel the influence of what I was listening to at the time, I scrap whatever that part is and start over. Even if I feel it throughout the poem, it's not good enough. I can't do it. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna try to really get in my emotional space because I really want to get this out. Like, I'm not necessarily screaming at the top of my lungs because it's 9:30 at night, and people have kids. But the best I can, I want to do this. Mm. Oh, you'll also notice my accent will come out every now and then. I do have a southern accent, southern drawl. I'm from Virginia. Um, I just don't use it. And the older I get, the more it comes out. And then when I'm really in my space, I like to. It makes things easier. So let's get it, okay? Mm. Excuse me. Let me see what we got here. All right, just want to check something real quick. All right, that's enough wasting your time. Let's get into it. Believe in you. Well, believe in me, you, us. I don't want this song. Nope. I need a song that's really gonna do it for me. That's gonna get me to reach in my emotional bag tonight and end where I want, like a good landing. Hmm, what would be good for that? And if you want, you can share music that you listen to as well. It works, and yeah, and that's good. It's good to share that. That's one of the biggest things about this is really sharing other people's spaces. Okay. No, I know where we're gonna go to. hmm I can't remember the song I was listening to recently that really set me in my space. Oh, you know what it is? Switch it up, little Hunter Hayes. Yes, yes. Hunter Hayes has a song called "Still." He's a country singer who can sounds like he could be an R&B singer, and he came out with a new album. I think it's called Wild Blue. Yeah, and there's a song in there called "Still." I love a lot of this. Most of the tracks on there, I love them. I like the whole album, but some of this I really love. "Still" is it. So let's kill it. I just want to put you guys in my same space. Oh, my allergies. Let's do it. Vulnerability. Let's kill it. Love is my religion, and I was built an alchemist, mending broken hearts and shattered dreams. In due time, I'll help rebuild your self-esteem, breathe life back into your heart, and restore your faith. And all I ask is for an honest opportunity, and I'll remind you why you even believed in the first place. Passion is my drug. My soul needs to first capture your mentality, slowly making you a casualty of my sensuality, breaking your belief that this level of intimacy was a fallacy, and rewrite everything previously thought impossible in reality. Prepare yourself for love's renaissance, where those who brought you pain are seen as nothing more than a subtle nuance. Physicality is my direction, in a sense that I never want you to feel you're without my protection. From the deep inhale resulting from a welcoming kiss upon your face to the shattering exhale as you collapse into my embrace, encroaching yourself on my chest and getting lost in my fragrance. Souls are connected so well that our hearts beat in cadence. Pleasure is my identity, seldom disclosed to the masses, made principle to limit attention from sexually cavalier classes, bearing the advantage of an intellectual connection. Music less moments of passion, only need your vocal inflections. Unwavering missions to remind unchart, unwavering missions to reach uncharted depths of your soul, finding the balance between aggressive and reserved while we switch roles, catering to your request and physical response. We're focused on those reactions you felt were impossible or ensconced. Forever is my focus. You gave me a chance and I presented my best case to take our time and receive this endless love at a steady pace. I'm not in a hurry because I believe we're building a masterpiece. If we both learn that love done quickly surely ends in defeat, just believe in me and this endeavor, and through the eyes of our children, may our love live to see forever. Yeah, believe in me, you, and us. We're gonna go back to soul food real quick. Maybe that'll be the last one because I'm feeling it now. I needed to get there, and I'm there now. Like, yeah, I'm not of the mind that I'm a man who's open with his emotions is weak. I feel like that's actually a sign of strength. Not to say anybody's lesser, but I feel like the difference for me as a man, as a person, is where I would feel weak is if I couldn't control it. In the sense that if I reacted in such a way to everything, instead of the things that mean the most to me. And if I feel like if I can't be vulnerable about the things that mean the most to me, then what can I be vulnerable about? If the things that mean everything in this world short of the hand of God to me if for some reason those things are affected and I'm hurt and I can't cry about that, then what does deserves my tears? You know, I feel like if I'm not able to be that open and honest, then do I really deserve what matters to me the most? What I love most in this world, short from my connection to God? Not to get preachy, just that's how I feel. So let's go back to soul food. I'm there. I'm there. I'm definitely there. I thought about doing the Mahogany series tonight. Those 2 poems, but as they say now, the 2-pack. But nah, this one's about. This one's about these poems tonight. Let's do it. Let me get another drink of water. I don't know if that one means it's just me or if there's somebody else who just no cares. Probably not. Probably it's just me. When my life was in squalor, painting from multiple afflictions, you were the remedy, God's direct prescription. Both pairs of hands are needed to conquer this recipe with generous servings of understanding to mold us intelligently. Although we're eager to master the meal's intricacy, we're patient enough to approach the task delicately. An unsteady beginning due to our raw emotions. Best meals are extraordinary. Best meals are made extraordinary through unbridled love and devotion. The effort and sacrifice transformed my pain and her innocence into an uncomparable love experience. Teach me the way to your heart and all the ingredients you'll need. So long as you believe in me, I assure you, we'll make this better than anyone perceived. Thought invoking love that doesn't follow a standard procedure. Uniqueness is our goal, which means we're each other's teachers. May your days be forever extraordinary, and your focus on happiness continue to bring evil hearts to glory. May everyone feed off of your energy as you brighten their days, showing them the power of positivity. Inspired by your presence and genuine mentality, they can now focus on the positive instead of a harsh reality. A domino effect emerged from your robust vitality. An example of what love can be when not handled callously. You're a star. Without stars, there's a void, and the heavens would be lightless. And without light, the planets would be cold and remain lifeless. Without life, we couldn't even imagine love, a world mindless. Unknowingly, your star makes the world better, and that's timeless. You brought warmth to my soul when all I knew was love's bitterness, and stopped the pain with love that was relentless. The personification of all love ever given in life. I stand even stronger today because of your belief, his might. That's my dog, Sarabi. She's wiggling around down there. I think since I finally got it, my emotional space, I think I want to do one more, even if I've already done it tonight. Actually, let me log back into Facebook because that's where all of them are. Not all of them, most of them. I've been taking a break from social media because every now and then I start getting anxious. Actually, if I'm on too long, I don't know. Whenever I'm in my space, I like to be with myself. There's literally one person I could be that like completely unguarded and vulnerable with, and that's who I'm writing about all the time. So there's that. I'm not gonna go back that far. Who Lord. Trials, apocalyptic seasons, miles from perfect, scary to me. You know what? Yes, 2529. We're gonna do that one again. I know I did it, but I just wanted to go back to make sure there wasn't one I was looking over that meant a lot to me right now while I'm in this space that I can really hit. And that's what I want. That's what I really want to hone at on stage. Excuse me. I'm here in DC, Northern Virginia, DC area, in Maryland. It would be Busboys and Poets, but so that's where I would be. And I want to go at the flagship place and do it in front of a full room, just middle DC, and just be able to just be in that emotional space, Be in the happy space when it's time for the happy stuff. Be in the sensual, sexual spaces when it's time for that. I really want to master that. But now that I'm in my emotional space, that I really found it, I'm going to do this one more time. 25, 29. Oh, Lordy, why did I do it this way? Okay, let me see if I have it saved on one of these Word documents. Cause nope, we're doing it like this. Roll with it. Let me start this song over because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Let's go. Let me speak up a little bit for y'all. All right, let me get the camera part back. All right. Ooh, this almost is turning to an hour-long video again. It's, yeah. My other thing is this. It's a unique thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't really try to compare myself to people. But even though it's vulnerability to me, the other thing is for me is like people can't use it against me. You can try, but it's not going to matter to me because it's just my truth. And a lot of people hide from theirs. But most importantly, the reason why is because I have to have emotional investment into somebody to be hurt by what they're telling me. And I really have to love you like unconditionally for you to be able to use stuff like that, stuff like vulnerability against me. 'Cause I'm proud of who I am. So let's kick it. Let's do this one. Okay. Thanks for, you know what? Thanks for anybody who's watching these now, later. I appreciate you for sticking around through this process, this journey. And that's whether they're more than just, just running through poems. It's sharing an emotional and creative space. And at least in my process. And I really need that energy. It's all energy for me. I can't, if I don't have the energy, it doesn't work. So let's do it. Without further ado. Thank you. Dominic Gatsby. Appreciate you. And this hoodie is a Martin reference. Let me start that song over. Okay. There it is. You know something, sweetie? It's not common to be gifted with a second chance, which is why I start every day on bended knees and folded hands. And thanks, and to request my creator to continue guiding me in a loving behavior. My greatest weakness is your heart. Inspiration for my improvement from the very start. I commit to you complete emotional transparency. Even when misguided, you know they're based in honesty. My greatest strength giving me that was right, actually. My greatest strength giving me a tangible calm. When I'm filled with angst, you remind me of my resolve. The faith from your lips demolishes my demons. Trials seemingly apocalyptic are now just past seasons. I'm miles from perfect, and that's scary to me. Even if impossible, I won't stop trying to be. I'm stumbling over. I don't like that. That was the way I was trying it, but I'm miles from perfect, sweetie, and that's scary to me. Even if impossible, I won't stop trying to be. You're uncertain about the route to our destination. You're uncertain about the route to our destination. We walk together and actions show you my dedication. Were there to be another, I'd have to retire. Not a woman in this world can create what. Were there to be another, I'd have to retire. Not a woman in this world can create what built our fire. When I lost everything for 2 years, you kept me inspired. With that example alone, no one could stop. Hold on. Stop. Lay down. Sorry. That just kind of took me out of my space. Okay. Lay down, baby. Thank you. Were there to be another, I'd have to retire. Not a woman in this world can recreate what built our fire. When I lost everything for 2 years, you kept me inspired. With that example alone, no one could ever reach higher. I ask for a chance to sit near your throne and provide everything you need so you feel at home. I ask for you to just let me, hold on. I ask for you to just let me feed your soul with compassion, make your meals in your favorite fashion, and bathe you when you're sick, or desire love in a surely intimate fashion. I want to believe there's a love fantastic. Between us, I feel it. Unbreaking, one that's elastic. Let me do that again. I want to believe that there's I want to believe there's a love fantastic between I want to believe that there's a love fantastic between us. I feel it. Love fantastic between us. I want to do it. I want to believe that there's a love fantastic between us. I feel it. Unbreaking. And I don't like the way I did that. I want to believe that there's a love fantastic between us. I feel it. Unbreaking. One that's elastic. I want to spend my love as the instrument of your healing, quelling your strength, reassuring your demons I have no ceiling. It's truly that simple. I love to see you dreaming. A farewell kiss to your temple. Happy to see your visitors relieving. If you let me, I'll always try. And through every step of the journey, I'll show you why. And that is going to be the last one for tonight. It's about an hour. And it took me 45 minutes, but I started to get my emotional bag open and get that off my chest. It's always going to be there. But if you look back and you see before I go, again, thanks. It's almost been a whole hour. Anybody's clicking through, or if you really, strong arming your way through this whole process, this whole, video today, even thanks. But even with my love series, I think that I have a series, Love 101, Love 201, Love 351. Love 101 is somewhere. I have to find it. I hope it's somewhere that I can find. There's two Love 351s too. There's the midterm study session and something else. I forgot what it was, but those poems are, to me, learning what love is to me through life. And those probably best, if you didn't listen to anything else, will display who I am. Because like I said in the beginning, all these poems are my truth. And through the years, there's no date stamps on these poems that I've posted here in the love series. I don't know, but I do have them, ones on my Facebook. They have dates, but the point is, that's what it shows, And my goal is when I have in the love series is to have love, the final exam, and then love graduation. And graduation is, God willing, if work out, if what I feel God's put in my soul will work out, because that's why it's there. I feel like love. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a Bible thumper. I let people believe whatever they want to believe and everything. Just a guide into my mind. I feel like that kind of passion, when it's true, is put in us for a reason, especially when it doesn't go away. There's a line I have from one of my new poems that I'm not gonna ruin. I want to say it so bad because it captivates how I feel, but I'm gonna put it on paper. And I noticed a lot of my favorite artists, whether in music, really, a lot of them don't say much until it's time to put it to music, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna give it away. My friends have already heard a lot of this already. Anything I've written about, I guarantee they can figure the stories out. The point is, yeah, that's the goal. So keep writing my truth, my story. So thanks again, before I keep repeating myself. That's what happens when I get in that space. And I appreciate everything. So yes, past the moon, through the stars. Good night.